Hello, my name is Kazu. Nice to meet you. This is part of my 365-day daily challenge speaking English for 30 minutes straight. Today I went for a run in the Yoyogi Park. And I ran just 5 kilometers. But at the beginning, when I woke up, it was at like 10. I woke up at around 10 a.m. today. Oh, actually, that was 8:30. So yeah, in the beginning, I thought, uh, I wanted to go back to sleep, but I didn't. Instead, I was slacking off in bed like for 1 hour. Then I decided to go for a run eventually. Yeah. So even, it was not the best choice and the best way, but better than nothing. So I managed to go for a run eventually. And I managed to run for 5 kilometers, which really made me happy. Then I went to a sauna. And then I named this brain vomit, like taking note for what you are thinking right now. Like, vomiting what you think in the note. So I did that at cafe for 1 hour. Then I came back home, and here I am. Oh, yeah, may I go to get a bottle of sparkling water? Yeah. I have lots of things I have to do, but I haven't. Like folding the laundry and do the laundry and folding the laundry folding the folding the laundry. Wash. Uh, my brain, my brain doesn't work. Uh, do my laundry. Yeah, doing my laundry, laundry, and fold my laundry. Can I say that? And do some study for university and do some work for my company. And actually, I'm thinking too much. That's why I thought I needed uh, to vomit what I'm thinking, what I was thinking. Anyway, yeah, I did that, which really made me happy. And yeah, anyway, like recently, I felt my English skills hasn't been improving. Yeah, anyway, I shouldn't think about that. Okay, let's review. By the way, today is day 288. How far did I get with the social experiment story? Yeah, how far did I get? Social experiment story. I've been talking about this story for like for a week in a row. Anyway, like I maybe explained the 3 mini games maybe 4 times or 5 times. So one day last month, I took part in a social experiment I had applied for, and I didn't know the details of the experiment. Yeah, anyway, yeah, I went to a classroom they had designated, and there were 4 of us, and there were 4 tables, and each table has a chair, and the chair was facing a corner of the room, so we couldn't see each other's faces. We sat separately, and we faced away from each other. And then when the 4 of us arrived at the when 4 of us arrived at all 4 of us arrived at the classroom, the researcher explained uh, how the experiment would work. The researcher explained how the experiment would work, the procedure of the experiment. So it's first we did the 3 mini games on the laptop in front of us, and after that a group work would start. So I did those three minigames first. The first minigame, a word appeared on the screen. The only words, the only words appeared on the screen were a color name. How can I say? Wait. The only words appeared on the screen were color names, such as red, blue, yellow, and white. Maybe black too. And only one word appeared at a time. But the problem is the word was written in the color. And sometimes the color didn't match the meaning of the word. For example, if the word red appeared on the screen, but it was written in blue. So in that case, you needed to type B, because B is the initial of the color, blue, yeah. So you needed to focus on the color, not the meaning of the word. That's the point. The second minigame, a word appeared on the screen at a time. It was the same as before, but this time the screen, the display, how can I say? Yeah, the screen was divided down the middle. So there were the left side and the right side. This time, the only words appeared on the screen were left and right. And this time you needed to focus on only the meaning of the word, not which side. So it doesn't matter which side a word appeared. So if, for example, if the word left appeared on the right side, you had to type A. A is the leftmost letter key on the keyboard. And if the word right appeared on the left side, you had to type L, because L is the rightmost letter key on the keyboard. So I did that mini game for about 5 minutes. Then the third game. This time, not the word appeared, just the one character appeared on the screen. But they were either alphabet, either a letter of the alphabet or a number from 1 to 9. And this time, what you had to do is like if the character was the same as the one from 2 turns before, you had to type the space. You had to press the space bar, and if it was correct, a green light turned on, and if it was wrong, a red light turned on. This was actually easy for me because there was plenty of time between the characters. Anyway, the same as before, I did this mini game for about 5 minutes. Then finally, we made it to the group work. So the researcher confirmed that all 4 of us had finished those 3 mini games. He started to explain the group work. So there was an explanation of an example situation on the screen. In the experiment, we were supposed to imagine ourselves in a specific situation. We were lost at sea, and we were on a boat, and we had a box of matches and 15 other items. And the problem is we needed to rank those items from 1 to 15. Number 1 is the most valuable item. 15 was the least valuable item. First of all, I myself, only 自分だけで only on yourself. First, you needed to rank those items only on yourself. Then after finished ranking, we would move on to the group work, which means like we all 4 of us together would rank those 15 items. Anyway, yeah. So first of all, I needed to rank the items, and I thought I needed some criteria to rank. I needed my criteria for ranking the items. Criteria for ranking the items. My first priority was items for extending our life. Extending our lives. I thought our goal was as long as possible. Item that would help us survive. Yeah. My first priority was items that would help us survive. such as food and drinks, food and drinks. My second priority was items that I could. My second priority was items that I could think of a good use for. My second priority was items I could I was able to think of a good use for. And the third priority was items I couldn't think of a good use for. So that's my answer. And then we moved. So all of us finished the ranking, finished ranking. So we moved on to the group work. And first, we did introduce ourselves we introduced ourselves very quickly and concisely, and we didn't we weren't allowed to reveal our actual name. Just we used the alphabet. Like the first person is A, the second person is B, I was the third, and I was C, and the fourth was D. Two girls and two boys. A is the other boy, I mean man, and B and D were women. Anyway, so we did a quick introduction of ourselves, and then we started ranking the items. Then first of all, we took turn to explain why each of us ranked so first each of us explained how we ranked the items. Yeah, that was interesting, and sometimes I couldn't agree with other people's opinion, but I hesitated. I didn't, push my opinion too much. I just said once and then I quit. Yeah, anyway. Then we finished ranking at the first time. And then the researcher gave us the important information to rank those items. It was information from the United States, some associates, and it's the paper. He gave us a paper. Some, it said like how we should do when you were lost at sea and in this situation, like the thought to let us survive how can I say, the information written in the paper was a thought, which is the most important thought when you were lost at sea to survive in that situation. Like the paper said, first, you don't need to think. You don't need to think that you can reach the ground. So, like most of the cases, most of people cannot reach the ground. Before that, they die. They, you know, yeah, they die. They pass away. So, the most important thought is to get rescued. To get rescued. So, that's the most important thing, the most important thought when you were lost at sea, when you are lost at sea. So, not, just survive. But for me, it sounded like first you needed to survive because it said you cannot survive until you reach the ground. So if you can survive, is it possible to reach the ground? To use, your boat? Anyway. Then, like, we got a time to rank those items again based on the information. And I changed a little bit, but I haven't changed completely. Like, first of all, I thought still I needed to survive as long as possible. So, drinks and what? So still I thought like drinks and foods are important. But maybe the second item, like maybe because of the information, I could make it precise about the second criteria. Priority, second priority. Items, my second priority was became items that would get rescued. So there were millers and gasolines, like oils. And one thing we weren't certain the whether there was like motor engine on the boat or not. So like there was gasoline in those 15 items, but I thought, like in my common sense, maybe there was not the engine or just motor. Like how can I say? Yeah. the machine to let the boat move. Anyway, I'm really tired. I spoke too much. So there was Miller, and there was gasoline, and actually A, the person A, said we can use gasoline to let other boats realize we were here, because you can burn with match even on the sea, because oil is lighter than water, so we can kindle the oil. So it is useful, he said. And I didn't know. I hadn't been thinking. I hadn't thought of that use for. Yeah. Sorry, my brain started not working. So I should quit this. I should quit here. Thank you so much. Bye bye.